Hello, welcome to another installment of Shakespeare. We had you guys sort of vote or put in your recommendations for the top 3 plays that you would like to hear early on, and I do believe we covered most of the ones that seem to be in everyone's top 3, and then we wanted to give the older students priority of what we listened to, as we always do. So one of the ones that was on a couple lists that hadn't gotten read yet is Romeo and Juliet. So this book is really cool because it has at least only one illustration, I think, per play. But this illustration is by David Shannon, and David Shannon is actually the author of those David books. I think the one that we have at school is called No David. So there is a brief synopsis, actually a 2-sentence synopsis of each play at the beginning, and I didn't read it for Hamlet, but Romeo and Juliet goes like this. Romeo and Juliet love each other. Their families loathe each other. The star-crossed lovers refuse to let crossed swords part them. But violent delights have violent ends in this tragic story of young hearts and ancient quarrels. What ho, you men, you beasts! From those bloody hands throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, the Prince of Verona commanded. The Montagues and the Capulets had been fighting again. These 2 prominent families of Verona nurtured an ancient grudge. Neither the Montagues nor the Capulets remembered what insult or injury sowed the seeds of their hatred. But its roots sank so deep, and its canopy spread so wide, that the whole city too often tasted the bitter fruit of their brawls. There's some good metaphors there. After this latest bloody fight between the 2 houses, the prince called the head of each family to account. If ever you disturb our streets again, he warned Lord Capulet and Lord Montague, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. On that summer morning, there was one Montague who was filled not with wretched hate, but with wretched love. Romeo, Lord Montague's only son, pined for the beautiful Rosaline, who did not return his affection. His friends, Benvolio and Mercutio, had a plan to help Romeo forget her. So we've got a whole bunch of characters already. So, all right. We've got Lord Capulet and Lord Montague. So, and Romeo and Rosaline and Benvolio and Mercutio. So, Romeo and Rosaline and Benvolio. We'll put Mercutio here. All right, so Lord Capulet. He's going to have blue eyes. serious face. And straight brown hair. So, kind of like this. And Montague. He's going to have green eyes. And now they both are getting sort of serious faces, and by serious I mean a line for a mouth, because they're sort of angry. They're always fighting. And he'll have dark hair, curly. And we're gonna draw a canopy. You guys know from our study of the rainforest what a canopy is. So, all along the edge I'm gonna have this tree. I really like that metaphor that the book used. I want to still leave space for the drawings I haven't done. But here is sort of the tree. Because the canopy really, like, the hatred is infiltrating the city. Everyone knows about this rivalry they have going on. So this is the tree trunk on the side, and that's my tree up there. And the whole city often tasted the bitter fruit of their brawls. So the bitter fruit's gonna be on the ground. So here's actually, let's make this a berry, because I don't think apples are found in the canopy, but here's some berries down here. And when they say they tasted the bitter fruit of their brawls, that means even though they themselves weren't involved, they could still sort of taste the effects or feel the effects. Oh, I guess I'm not finished drawing my people. Okay. So, Romeo. He will have love-struck eyes also. Ah! The board is tipping. And he has sort of hair that looks like this. Okay, and Rosaline. I'm gonna try to draw lips this time. Those look weird. I'm going to erase the lips. Clearly, I need Miss K to give me an art lesson. For now, maybe she'll be like this because she's sort of unsure. She does not return his affection, so she's sort of saying, oh, what? She has beautiful green eyes. All eyes are beautiful. And by eyes, I mean these little tiny dots. And we'll give her long hair. It goes past her name even. And these guys are the friends of Romeo. They are going to have smirks because they're clever. They're thinking of a plan to help their dear friend Romeo. He's a little sad that Rosaline does not return his affection. Let's see. Let's have them have hip hairdos. So he'll have this kind of side part thing, like Horatio did. Swooped over to the side. And Mercutio is gonna have a faux hawk. Now, probably no people actually had hair that looked like this at that time, but I don't really know how to add details to these people without it looking like this. Okay, all right. I think I'm set for now. So, his friends Benvolio and Mercutio had a plan to help Romeo forget her meaning Rosaline. The Capulets were giving a magnificent masked ball where Romeo could meet other beautiful young women. Naturally, no Montagues were invited to this ball, but Benvolio and Mercutio insisted they attend the party anyway. No one would recognize them behind their masks. Compare Rosaline's face with some that I shall show, Benvolio assured Romeo, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow. So, that, make thee think thy swan a crow. So, swans are generally supposed to be beautiful animals, crows not so much. So, Benvolio is saying, I'll make you think she's less swan-like and more crow-like. And I think we are going to stop there for today. All right, see you guys tomorrow.